everyone. Wait there. Hey everyone, it's Heidi from Sports World. I'm here in Manchester with Ronnie at Income After Sport, and he's going to show you today how he's helping our clients secure their financial futures. Manchester, I always feel like it's like a little London, and it's like much smaller, but it's got everything that you need in it.
You can walk across Manchester in an hour.
Yeah, whereas...
Well, London, you've got zone 1 to 5, but Manchester's now grown into that. So like Stratford's becoming a zone 2. Right, if that makes sense.
Right, okay.
So starting to build up on the outskirts,
yeah.
and it's all leading down into Media City.
What's your favourite project that you've worked on with someone?
You're about to walk in it.
Right, really?
Oh shit, yeah. I promise you guys will be blown away. Internally, it's arguably one of the best developments outside of London I've ever seen. You feel like you're in Dubai when you're in the spa area and stuff like that. It could be a 5-star hotel. Even the smells as you're walking around and stuff like that, the aromas, attention to details, absolutely ridiculous. So this is strategically been built at the back of Piccadilly Station. So it's like a 2-minute walk, jump on a train, you're in London.
And starting, what were these when you sold to people?
160 grand when I first started selling them. That particular apartment will be worth probably around about 280, 290 now. You'd have put down probably 50 grand. So if you're doing your maths on that, 50 grand would have made you 130 Gs.
Yeah,
That's in growth, by the way. So if it's getting £20,000 a month in rent and you put 50k down, that's a 40% return. There's obviously other charges, taxes and stuff, but all the investments that we do is in a tax efficient way for a company as opposed to individuals.
Yes.
And that way you can offset things like your mortgage against corporation tax and so on. If you go straight down here and just chuck the next left, and we'll just park anywhere.
Oh my God, it's good. Oh my God, I can smell it.
Once we go in.
Smell. I wish you could smell this.
To start off with, super happy to bring you into Oxygen. We completed this around about the beginning of 2020, actually during COVID. Bit of a nightmare for mortgages.
4 years ago, 5 years ago.
4 years ago, yeah. Absolutely ridiculous, isn't it?
It's still absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
I mean,
looks brand new. Probably, I'd say it's one of my favourite developments I've ever got any clients involved in. So, put it in perspective for you, off plan, 2017, you could buy a 1-bedroom in here for about 160. On completion, it was valued at 270. So you'd have put down circa around about 50k, including stamp duty and various other costs. It's now getting 20 grand a year rent. So that's 40% return. And that's what happens if you buy something in 2017 and hold on to it to now.
so this is what you're saying about investing now and you reap the returns years in advance. Yeah, yeah.
If you speak to any property investor in the world and say, what is the worst decision you've made? I guarantee you they'll say selling that property.
Wow. And I guess that's the thing that you need to try and educate people on, right? Where they're talking about, people are always wanting quick returns, but it's a long game.
If you want quick returns, put money in crypto and risk it. Yeah. So like, for me, it's about dealing with no risk, making sure it's sustainable growth, good rental returns. And it's kind of, just trying to create that residual income that's coming in with no hassle or no input or no work. Too many investors look to buy, which does work, don't get me wrong, but buy a property, do it up, flip it, sell it. But it's so time intensive. There's other things that come up like maintenance costs and various other things that come out the woodwork. With these kind of buildings, as you can see, look at the sustainability of it, the build of it. It has a 10-year warranty as well. So it kind of covers any kind of defects and stuff like that for clients inside their apartments externally. Yeah. But I am really excited to get you guys down into the spa and the gym. Yeah, come, let's go, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
In terms of the partnership with our clients and the things that we do together, this is something that this is what you educate on, right?
The most difficult part for me is convincing I'm not even convincing, but explaining and people understanding the benefits of off-plan.
Yeah, of course.
I don't just sell off-plan, obviously. You know, most of our clients have
Yeah.
bought properties that are complete. You know, they're making money really, really quickly.
Yeah.
But people that don't need the income right now, that can wait and, you know, prepared to wait for that growth and that higher income later down the line, off-plan's perfect for that. As we've proven over and over again, you know, with your clients as well.
And so for our clients that haven't yet purchased with you, this is a prime example of what we're about to show them.
Of what they could have.
Of what they could
Well, look, there's many clients that haven't purchased that I've met in the last few years from you guys. In fact, one of the developments we're going to go into after, you know, they would have been offered that during construction, and now it's actually built. And these are clients over the last few years. So with something like this, obviously it's built now, I wouldn't be recommending it out because
Yeah,
people will
of
be
course.
paying a higher price.
Yeah.
So again, it's about securing the right deal and the right development at the right time. That's including discounts, payment terms, any kind of incentives. I can sneak the odd rental guarantee in there if I can convince the developer. Doesn't happen very often, but it works.
Yeah. This is crazy.
So you've got all of this seating area for people to relax. Through there, you've got your changing rooms. You've got your sauna and steam room down there as well. But could you just imagine finishing work and chilling in here?
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
A lot of people that bought it for investment actually generally want to live in here.
That was the question I was just about to ask. What happens when you buy a property for an investment and you want to live in it?
It's your choice, you own it.
But the good thing about these opportunities are it's an investment where you know you're guaranteed rent, right? Because people come in here and...
Well, this is the thing, a lot of people are worried when they buy an investment, will it rent out? Look, there's always a month, 2 months, 3 months lag. Well, not always, sometimes it depends. Sometimes you get a development where there's 3 buildings, for an example, and they're staged to complete. So yeah, it can be a concern. But would you rent in here?
Yes.
You know, that's the whole point of getting the right apartment buildings, working with the right people, making sure there's a demand.
This is the life. Is already up. It's been here for 5 years. You've had people living in it. You've done quite a lot of investments. You've got returns, right? So can you tell me a little bit more about the kind of returns that you've had on this and what our clients can expect, or just to see some track record, to see what you've been doing?
You'd probably see it with all your clients anyway, obviously because I work very closely with you guys, but I cash flow everything over 10 years. So like if you rewound back to the numbers that were put together here, back in 2017 off plan, it's actually exceeded those numbers. Not that I could predict that, you know. Sometimes if I say something's gonna be £1,000 rent, it might be 900, it could be 1100, you just don't know, okay, because things change. But the return on investment in this building, including for myself, because I also invested in here, I try to do that in every building that I recommend, right? You're looking at right now around about 30% net a year rental income. On a majority of the apartments, anywhere between 20 and 30. It's because you secured something back in 2017. If you put in 50K down and you're getting 20K rent a year now, it just shows you how the rent compounds and goes and increases over time. So for an example, when this was rented originally, one of those 1 bedrooms, you'd probably been around about 14,000, 15,000 a year. But the Manchester rental market, even last year, went up by 11%. And every expert in the world is expecting it to compound by 5% over the next 10 years. If you'd have put 50K down on this, say, just high level numbers, 160 apartment, and that's valued at 280, it's £120,000 profit in 7 years from 50K as well. Now, in our method, you know, if you're doing it through a tax efficient way of doing it through a limited company, which is managed by accountants, I pretty much work with most accountants across the country that work with athletes anyway. And I work with them to piece together these investments to make sure not only is it absolutely perfect for the purchaser, but also the numbers make sense, right? And it fits within their goals. Everything I do is bespoke to the individual. I don't just sell apartments
find out exactly what that person wants, and then we go from there.
Every client comes from a referral. And it's important to do business that way, right? And I really care about the clients. So the most important thing to me, I'd rather do 5 sales a month, but have every single one of those clients meticulously looked after from start to finish, but more so just helping guys that I'm super passionate about. You know, that's the be and end all of it all, to be honest.
And out of interest, when you're saying that you don't do much marketing with anyone else, with Sports World, why Sports World, and why do you believe that we're so aligned? And can you go into a little bit more about us?
Yeah, no, sure. So like, number one, the brands match. Number two, I like to do business with people I get on with. You know, we all get like a house on fire. We have a lot of fun doing this, as well as, you know, adding so much value to the actual clients. I believe that you guys, you know, add a lot of value. You don't just look at trying to get people to advertise again to make money, etc. You know, you're trying to build a big concierge business, or are, and have done very successfully, number one in the world. And I just feel the way that you guys, like even today, you know, you're taking your time to come down, to sit with me, to go through and find out the value for your clients, as opposed to just showing a load of pretty pictures of developments. Too many people out there on Instagram that have been doing property for probably 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, that are experts right now. They're just chucking things out there at people. And the problem is that the world right now is so social media led. You know, you've got a lot of the younger players that don't really understand, that are just buying off the back of a picture. You know, not actually understanding the individual that they're working with. And for me, it's not selling the property. The hard work starts after. Organising the mortgage, making sure the rental's coming in. You know, and just building great relationships and friendships.
And that's what's important that people don't sometimes understand, is how much care and attention to detail that you put in there. You're saying yourself that you invest in every property. You've got some
majority of them. I don't have as much money as some of my clients.
Yeah, of course, but you have trust in what you're selling, and
I believe it, yeah.
You have honestly never seen anything like this. Ronnie said to me that I was going to be blown away, and I have been blown away. It's incredible. So there's a lot of people out here doing what you do. They're just not doing it with the care.
Well, no, not necessarily. I think there's a lot of people buying property and investing, but again, you know, it's about the negotiations, having those relationships with developers and securing the right deals for the purchaser. Example, look at that development in Canary Wharf that I've just gotten sold to a number of Sports World clients, but a number of my own personal clients as well, a lot of athletes. It's a 20% discount, which is unheard of. Unheard of. And you'd purchase that, refinance it in 3 or 4 years, and again, you've got an apartment generating you an income, growing in value, and you've taken your original investment out of it and reinvested that tax-free into another investment. So you're making your money work for you. That's the most important thing. So that's Uptown coming up on the right-hand side here. So that's the centre of Manchester. So I've sold 2-bedroom apartments in there from 340, 350. So that's Uptown on the right-hand side now. Well, this is the beautiful Uptown, which is just completing now. So that building complete in December. That did around about 2 months ago. And the last building on the river is completing over the course of the next 2 or 3 weeks. Some apartments have already been handed over.
So we're getting a little sneak peek inside to show our clients what's going on at the moment. As you can see, we're kind of in a bit of a development stage, but I think we're going to go and have a look next door afterwards that's developed. Very nice.
So there'll be a tiny bit of snagging, a few other bits and bobs that need to be done, but yeah, this is a stunning 2-bedroom apartment. So when we sell the properties, it comes with all of the flooring, all of the white goods, tabletops, everything included. So generally, all you need to do is put the furniture in here, which we also do for the buyers. So we make sure the furniture's installed, we go through all of the snagging to make sure the apartment's pristine, all in time for someone to come in and rent it.
Wow, that's incredible.
Everything integrated, you've got your dishwasher, got your oven, fridge, freezer.
I'd like to be in this fridge today. It is boiling in Manchester.
Storage as well. Like, you don't get storage generally in apartments anymore because developers try and squeeze every last square footage out to make profit. You know, there's two ways of doing it, you know, so obviously the idea is to make profit because it's a business that needs to move on, but just the attention to detail makes a difference, you know.
It screams quality in here. You can see that everything's done to top finishes. I mean, the bathrooms are gorgeous.
It's cool. Again, it's just having storage, you know, so a lot of developers would not put that in there because it might save them a couple of £100 across the development, but it's really, really good quality. But this is really cool as well. So everything is panel controlled. So that's from heating, obviously downstairs, absolutely everything. So it's really, really cool. It's actually called Wonderwall, weirdly enough. And we're in Manchester, so it goes hand in hand. Yeah, so this is, what's actually the master bedroom. It's two bedrooms, one of 2 bedrooms. Yeah, like, obviously I've been in many that have been furnished. There is so much room. You go into these apartments and the bedrooms are tiny. You can fit a bed in there and not a wardrobe generally, but that you can see.
You've got so much space in here, right?
If it was a couple with a baby, you could almost fit a nursery here. People put desks in here, you know, there's many options, and obviously you've got the ensuite. It's nice to get a decent ensuite shower like that and not a bath with a shower in it.
So we've seen the 2-bedroom in Uptown. I think we're gonna go next door and see another client's apartment. And then we're gonna speak to Ronnie a little bit more about what he is, what he does, and just a little bit more about how he can help our clients and why our partnership is so well aligned. I'm with Will today, by the way. He's actually behind the camera. But we're gonna go down and see him. The thing that I love about these apartments are, these are like brand new. No one's lived in them. You just saw it, it's not even furnished. But the quality just is incredible, and you don't get it, and you don't get things like this. He did say to me, he was like, honestly, you're gonna be really blown away. They're amazing. I am like seriously blown away by this place. This one's cool, I reckon. What the hell? Look at this!
So what do you think?
This is incredible. Like, I really liked the first one that we're in. This one for me is even brighter. It's got a balcony. I mean, they're different.
It was more expensive.
This is more expensive.
Well, obviously the other one, yeah. So, however, for me, this is, again, in these buildings, one of my favourite apartments. That balcony, that view, is so bright. You know when you spoke to me earlier about people wanting to rent?
Why would you rent this out? I would live here.
Okay, but you know, investors generally are not based in the same cities that they're from, but this is one of our clients' apartments that he's purchased recently. Not quite complete yet, which is finalising the mortgage. But as you can see, you know, all the snagging and stuff's being done to make it absolutely pristine and ready to move into. It'll be fully furnished and just ready to go.
But you're gonna get it rented because people are gonna walk in here and there's no doubt about it, right? You're pretty likely to get it sorted and everything's...
It'll be done super quick. Yeah. Super quick. This particular development was staged in 3 buildings. So now this 3rd and final building's done, it will really elevate the whole development, including the rents increasing. You know, there's more access to the facilities, the gymnasium being done and so on. That is, you know, for a tenant to walk into that gym and know that they've got access to that and they don't have to go and pay 80, 90, 100, 150 pound a month. But it's just lovely, isn't it? So how have you found coming down and seeing all of the developments?
It's been unbelievable. I've really enjoyed it. The first one, I thought, when you were explaining it to me, I was like, I can't imagine it's as good as you said, because you were like, oh, it's 5 years old, all this kind of thing. It's insane, like so2nice. And then the second one is an incredible investment opportunity, and I would like to live there. So like, all round, it's been amazing. We've had some great food. It's been really nice catching up. How do you feel like it's gone? What do you think? Have you had a good time with us?
Yeah, well look, I think it's important for the relationship to keep building and for you guys to actually see and feel what your clients are getting into. Obviously the relationship's been going on for years now, and you've got so many happy clients, right?
Yeah.
So we're obviously going in the right direction. I just wanted to thank you guys for coming down as well, to be fair.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, working with you guys has been absolutely incredible. Just the attention to detail that you do and the relationship to make sure I'm okay all the time.
Yeah.
Pretty much you look after me like I look after your clients.
Yeah,
So it's the same thing, really.
Yeah.
But working with you guys is incredible. I can't wait for the next 10 years, to be fair.
Oh, amazing. And I think it's been so fun for me coming and seeing what our clients have invested in, because a lot of the time our client managers have so much care and attention to detail, but we don't get to from the other side. So it's been...
Well, if you like it that much, you should buy one.
Yeah, maybe.